Hello, and welcome to the Year 13 Parents Information Evening for 2020. My name is Matthew Warwick-Giles, and I'm the Vice Principal responsible for Key Stage 5 here at Woodkirk. Thank you for taking the time to watch these videos this evening. I know we're having to do things a little bit differently because of the ongoing COVID situation. Hopefully we'll be able to answer as many of your questions as we can through these videos and through the presentations that we make available to you online. However, if you do have any queries that aren't answered through these presentations, then please feel free to contact me directly. My email address is at the end of this presentation. So I'd just like to start by saying how well the students have settled back into school. Obviously, they've been out of the formal education structure for some time. Whilst most of them have been studying at home very well, it's not the same as being in school. And it is crucial that they start thinking now about their assessments that were coming up in the summer, these ongoing assessments that we have throughout the year. And I know in Mrs. Clark's video, she will address some of these points as well, but it really is an ongoing thing. It may take a little while for some of the students to settle back into the structures that we have at school here. Hopefully they'll do so well, and we're here to support them with that if they do find it difficult. I will just say that things are being run a little bit differently at school, and students may have come home and fed this back to you. We don't expect students in the sixth form on site at the moment unless they have a lesson. They are welcome to be on site if they want to be. We have provision on site for them to be able to study, but we do not require them here if they don't have a lesson at the moment, just to manage the number of students on site at any one time and movements around site. So if they've been telling you that and you weren't quite sure, that is true at the moment. We may revert back to the normal school day and the timings and requirements of that day for sixth formers at some point in the future, but at present they don't have to be here if they don't have a lesson. Students are expected then to take responsibility for themselves, to be punctual to lessons, to know when they should be on site, to address any concerns or queries that they have about when they should be on site. And we do expect them to do that as young adults. We appreciate that this is different and people will make mistakes, and we will help them through to try and get them here when they need to be, but ultimately it is their responsibility to be here when they need to be at the correct time in the correct place. We've also made it very clear to students at the moment that we do expect them to behave as adults around site. They are very much role models for the younger students here, and hopefully they will all manage this. So far, they have, and I hope that continues. We do expect them to be acting as and demonstrating adult behaviours to the younger students at this difficult time, and they've done very well at it so far. So I have no reason to think that that won't continue. Now, the main thing I want to talk about this evening, looking to the future. This seems a little bit odd because Year 12 got cut a bit short. We haven't seen a lot of the students, but we have put remote support in place for them during the closures to help them with applications. So students should now be thinking about what they want to do next. Is it going to university? Is it an apprenticeship? Is it looking for employment? And then trying to seek out the support that they need. So on their very first day back, we ask students to fill in a questionnaire about what their intentions are, and they've done that, and we can now start trying to put support in place. So I'll talk through the different application processes this evening, try and give you a little bit of information on this. I won't be able to answer every question during the presentation, but I'll do my best to give you as much information as I can. So first thing students need to do is make a plan. We still talk to students at this stage in Year 13, I'm not really sure what I want to do when I finish sixth form. Well, at some point they do need a plan for that, and they do need to start thinking about it now. Ideally, they need to decide what they want to progress on to next. And this isn't saying what do they want to do for the rest of their lives. This is saying what do they want their next step to be? What is the next thing that they see themselves doing? I would urge all students to set their sights high on this. Aim as high as you possibly can. If it is going to university, what is the best university for the courses that you want to do? What is the best course for you? You should be aiming as high as you can. If it's applying for an apprenticeship, where do you want that apprenticeship to be? If it's in accounting, do you want to go for a big company like Deloitte or KPMG? Thinking about what is going to offer the very best opportunities further down the line, setting sights high. Have more than one option. If you're applying to university, make sure you've got a few universities that you would be happy to attend on your form. If it's apprenticeships, don't just apply for one and put all your eggs in one basket. Apprenticeships, particularly at this time, are going to become increasingly competitive, I would think. And so make sure you've got backup options. Do your research. Normally at this stage, we'd be saying to students, go out, visit universities, get to their open days. Well, that might not be possible. So make sure you are making use of the online options that they offer. Attend the online open days. Attend online question and answer sessions with current students at the universities that you are considering. Look at the prospectus. Be old-fashioned. Order a paper copy if you want to. We've got paper copies here that you can look at for a lot of the universities anyway. So do that. Make sure you are doing your research. Unifrog is a great place to start with this. All students have access to this, so please ask students at home to show you as parents how they use this website. They will have used it in group tutorial last year, although the programme didn't finish there, but they have all had access to it over the summer and all of last year as well. This is a database of all the university courses. It includes apprenticeships, employment as well on there. Get on, type in the courses you're currently studying. It will tell you what sort of things you could do in the future, which university courses are good. It will set your aspirations high for you. It takes you through everything. This is a great course to have a look at. So please have a look with students at this. Have a look with them, sit down, have a look through the courses, type in some information, see what it might be sensible for them to be looking at for the future. If some students are looking for international study, this includes international universities as well. A huge amount of information on there. It's really worthwhile logging on and having a look at that. Step 2 is getting the application started. University applications all go through UCAS. Apprenticeship applications, you apply directly to the company or the employer. I've put the apprenticeship website on there, the government one. Apprenticeships are listed on there, and that is fairly live. So with apprenticeships, you do need to keep watching for opening and closing dates. Sometimes they will open an apprenticeship and the window for applications will close again within a couple of weeks. So please make sure you are checking that regularly if that is a route that you are considering. Apply early, whether it's apprenticeships, whether it's university, whether it's employment. Universities don't wait for all applications to be in to start making their offers. So make sure those applications get sorted early. Make your applications as strong as possible. Highlight your academic strengths, your personal strengths. Sell yourself well if you are applying to an apprenticeship and writing your CV. Okay, you have got to make your application strong and attractive to the people that are reading it. For people that are applying through UCAS, we made 3 videos available online back in April to talk you through the application process. It was April, May time, sorry. So get onto the school website, have a look at those. I emailed links out to all of those videos to the students as well. As I'm sat here recording this video, 109 of our students have currently started their application form for UCAS, which is absolutely fantastic. So well done to those. If you know that your child is one of the students who has not yet started that, then please encourage them to do so. The earlier we can get the applications sent off, the better. The application process is quite a lengthy one as well, so it is important that we start early and get these things sorted as quickly as we can. So applications are made through the UCAS website if you are applying to university. You've all got logins. You can all be completing those applications now. Okay, now I'm talking to students a lot here, but hopefully students, parents might be watching this together. Parents, you can relay the information back anyway. Don't leave anything to chance. If you've got questions, or students, parents, whoever it is, have got questions about UCAS applications, please contact us. We can answer most of those questions very quickly. We know the process. We know how to get these applications up to a good standard and submitted early. So please ask if you have questions. So interviews and acceptance. Once we've submitted your application, when you send it, comes to us. We then submit that application on your behalf with your reference and your predicted grades. Your reference and predicted grades, they will be seen by students before the applications, are sent off. So applications come to us, we read through them, check them, add the reference, add the predicted grades, discuss those with the student, and then we send them to UCAS. Once they've gone to UCAS, it'll be time to start thinking about interviews, and then hopefully those offers will come back to you, and you can start thinking about which courses you want to accept offers for. Interviews are not a given, so don't rely on it. Don't think, oh, it's all right, I'll get an interview, so my application doesn't need to be that strong, especially at the moment. Not everywhere is going to be offering the interviews that they usually do, let alone extra ones. So please make sure that your application is as strong as it can be. If you are asked for interview, please ensure you complete the necessary preparation for interviews. Okay, it's not something you can just turn up to and do off the hoof. do your preparation, do your research about the courses, do your research about the institutions, right? Make sure that that is done, please. And parents, you can really support with this at home, encouraging the students to do it, sitting down and doing the research and the preparation with them. So please do that. Ensure that you've completed any additional assessments. Some courses do require additional assessments. Make sure you are registered for those with school, please. It's Mrs. Dorian that you need to contact for those, or if you're unsure, come and see me and I will point you in the right direction. So once your offers start to arrive on UCAS, give them all due consideration. Don't jump into accepting the first one that arrives because you think, oh, that one will be okay. Wait for them all to come through. Then make your decisions. Once an offer has been made to you, it won't be taken away again. So wait for them to arrive and then make your decisions. Student finance. This is something that students often question about and parents often have queries about as well. There will be an online workshop about student finance towards the end of September. I will publicise this to students and parents so as you can watch it, and there will be a video available from that as well. So as we can put some information online from a university point of view about this. But start looking into the student finance now. All students can apply for loans to cover the cost of living and tuition fees. Some parts of that are mean tested, but there is a level of entitlement for everybody. You do need to gather some evidence for the application, so please have a look at it. Start doing that now. Check the eligibility criteria, and if you're unsure on anything, then seek some guidance from us, please. Don't be put off by student finance. It might seem expensive to go to university, but the repayments go largely unnoticed. I've put there, defer your gratification. Can you afford not to go to university? If you want to study to become a doctor, a teacher, a lawyer, you are going to need to go to university. Please don't decide to do something different to what you want to do just based on the finances. Okay, you don't start paying the loans back until you're earning over a given threshold anyway, and you really don't notice the payments very much. Certainly in the first instance, it's when you stop paying it that you really notice it. There is some additional information there, and I've put some websites there that you can visit for additional information on this. And like I say, I will publicise the workshop that's going to take place to students and to parents, and we'll make the video available online afterwards as well. Just put a couple of examples here of student finance. I'm not going to talk through those, but really my point putting these in is so as you can see that the repayments are very small. You can overpay to pay it back more quickly, but it's a small percentage of your income. If you are paid as a salaried employee somewhere, this comes out automatically from your wage before tax, so you're not taxed on it. And then once you finish paying, it's like getting a pay rise. You don't really notice the payments are going on until they stop, as I said earlier. So please don't be put off by student finance, but do seek clarification on anything that you're not sure about. So you've gone through the process, you've applied for your student finance, it gets to results day, and that's when you're accepting your offers. So this will be automatic on UCAS. If you have got a university that you have made your firm choice, then once your results day arrives, you will get a message from them saying, please accept on UCAS. You can log into UCAS and accept that, and then you've accepted your place. If you don't meet the requirements for your course, there are still options available to you. So there are plenty of courses on clearing that you can still apply for. There's also something called UCAS adjustment, where if you do a little bit better than you were expecting, you can kind of upgrade your course a little bit and perhaps apply to institutions that you didn't think you would be getting into if they've still got places available on their courses. And these are things that will happen on results day. And again, emails about this will come out to students nearer to the time. Just some key dates on here for Year 13 students then. So deadlines in red are the school deadlines. The dates on here are the official UCAS deadlines. So the 15th of October, for instance, that's when applications for Oxbridge courses, veterinary science, medicine, dentistry, those sorts of things must be submitted to UCAS. At school, we want those in by the 30th of September, so we've got time to turn them around and get those submitted on your behalf. Right, it takes a little while to read every application, write the reference, add the reference on, get the predicted grade sorted, discuss it with the student. So we do need time to do that. So please make sure your applications are into us in advance. There's a number of deadlines on there. And then at the bottom here, it's the process. When a student submits their application, it doesn't go straight to UCAS. It comes to us, as I've already said. The application is then submitted to us. We check it, we add a reference, we add the predicted grades, we discuss it with the students. We then submit it to UCAS, which I will do with the students, so as they know that that has been submitted. Okay, please stick to the dates on here. Your application is your responsibility. We can help as much as we can. You've then The main thing to remember is to work hard and achieve the very best that you can. Parents, please encourage students to have really high aspirations for themselves and be applying for the very best courses, apprenticeships, or employment for them. Make the most of your time in the sixth form. There's not long left, and we don't know exactly what this year is going to bring. Take the opportunities to set yourself up for the very best future that you can. Parents, if you have any queries at all, please feel free to contact me on the email address below or by contacting school reception, and they will put you in touch with me. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that we have answered as many of your questions as we can.